comedian Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I saw some highlights of the ice hockey today, Canada versus the US, and they fucking lit the joint up. 3 fucking punch-ons in 9 seconds. US won. I don't know if they won the punch-ons, but they looked pretty good. Canada got some good shots in there as well. The US was swinging pretty strong as well. The US is still the bigger, badder fucking joint, but the feisty Canadians, small country, big bite. This is the fucking problem. This is the problem with antagonizing absolutely everyone in the entire world. You have to fight everyone in the entire world, and eventually that gets tiresome. Having to fight Canada? like that's a lot of wasted energy for the US, isn't it? Like, there's bigger fish to fry than Canada, isn't there? Like, why would you want to waste any of your energy in a battle with Canada? You're basically the same country. And now Canada is gonna eventually give the USA the big old fuck over one day. There'll be something. Like, Canadians won't forget this, and at some point, somewhere in the future, Canadians will be like, oh yeah, the 51st state? How about this? And just fuck over the US. Not because they want to, because they have some self-respect. And the hockey players aren't the woke brigade either. They're the fucking oil cunts out in Alberta and shit. True fucking Canadians. Anyway, it's just almost fucking exactly like this book I'm reading at the moment called The Storm Before the Storm, the beginning of the end of the Roman Empire. And there's a lot going on in the US that is pretty much exactly what happened to Rome. Huge inequality, wars everywhere, overstretched, overburdened military. The other thing I was reading, I'm not that far into it, so it's going to get juicier, but a lot of it had to do with the military coming back from war, broke, kicked to the fucking curb by the Roman Empire, or the government, or the fucking whoever, the elites. And after spending fucking years fighting for the Roman Empire, they get home. Their farm's fallen apart. They need some cash. They sell it to the elites who sent them out there. And the army begins getting disgruntled. Why am I fighting for the Roman Empire when they just shit on me when I get back? And who am I fighting exactly? I'm a poor guy fighting other poor guys in other countries. And it doesn't matter how big you are. There are only so many fucking wars you can fight before you become overstretched. And it seems to have been like these little ones, these constant little ones that popped up. Oh, there's a slave uprising in Sicily. Let's go over there. Have to fucking sort that out. Not only that, Sicily's the place where the wheat comes from. So now our peasants who are only fucking not revolting because they have wheat now don't have wheat. So now we've got that problem on our hands. So now we got to fucking sort out internal problems. And then we got to sort out Sicily. And then in the middle of fucking Sicily happening, there's some shit going on in Asia. And it's just like, all right, fucking relax. And then the fucking Guckus brothers, Tiberius and I forget the other cunt's name, try and bring in the Lex Agraria, which is basically fucking rich people can't steal public lands. That's all it was in Rome. It was a land reform thing, the Lex Agraria. It was basically just the oligarchs in Roman times can't just use and steal federal land and use it for themselves. And they were going to redistribute the federal land to some of the peasants that were starting to get fucking real pissed. And so that's Tiberius and his brother tried to fucking push that through, and they were both murdered. And nothing happened. the elites kept on taking more and more and more until eventually Rome fell. I don't know. I'm not up to that bit yet. I don't know anything about the Roman Empire, but you can map it onto the US pretty cleanly. And the craziest thing Donald Trump has said this whole time is, I want to speak to Russia and China and say, let's all halve our defense spending. Russia and China will just be like thinking, yeah, good one. That doesn't sound like it's coming from a position of strength. You know what I mean? I am 110 for it. If he can pull that off, which he can't, because defense spending is like critical to GDP and everything. So you won't even be able to pull it off unless you go into like some sort of like crazy recession or depression. But if he can somehow convince the other two superpowers to stop spending on their military, that would be wild. It's like back in the day, they made that non-proliferation deal with the nukes. And I just don't know how they believed each other, like the US and Russia. Because game theory says, yeah, just tell them we're not doing it and continue doing it. And the other team would be thinking that exact same thing. So I don't know. I'm going to continue reading this book though, because it's very interesting as well. It's a little bit rough because of all the fucking Latin names and shit. Mullicaicus and fucking Bucellini's and fucking Tiberius's and fucking Alexei fucking Rutter or whatever, who the fucks. But it's interesting. And speaking about, well, politics and dictators, Javier Milei, the Argentinian fucking future dictator, showed some of his true colors. So I don't know if anyone knows about it, but he tried to pull a Trump. He released a shit coin, a meme coin, Libra, I think it was called. And it was apparently to help rebuild Argentina. And it skyrocketed for about 5 or 6 hours. And then he sold it all and deleted his tweets and just took all the money. And then he's like, hey, what's going on? I don't even know what that was about. Oh my God, this cunt thought he was Trump. And there's people all over Twitter who are probably holding Trump coin going, this guy's dodgy as fuck. Yeah, he's dodgy as fuck. This guy is going to turn into a full-blown autocratic death squad fucking dictator, 110. He'll be like Pinochet in Chile. For sure. This guy is not the real deal. Everything he said was fucking dog shit. All he's going to do is rape Argentina even more than it's already been raped. Open it up to the multinationals, let them rape it while he takes a cut off the top. He got put in there. It's the neoliberal agenda. Argentina is even more fucked than they've ever been under this guy. And his sister, I think she's going to be the bad one as well. Apparently, she's fucking sacked 121 people from the original government that took over 2 years ago or something. So she's just on a rampage. She said there will be big problems with dissenters. Dissenters are going to be taken out quick. So anyway, fucking no muy bien in fucking Argentina. Anyway, is work again fucking tomorrow or was work today, and it just keeps chugging along. So that'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.